Welcome everyone, we're back with another episode of Band of Brothers. This is part 5 and it's called Crossroads.
Yes, we had a very, very busy episode last time out.
It was, yeah.
We saw the counter-attack where they were lying in wait.
Yes, they dropped into Holland, didn't they, for Operation Market Garden?
Oh, well remembered.
Yes, Market Garden it was. I think it's right in saying it failed completely, didn't it? Like, not just their mission, but the overall, they lost a lot of people, didn't they?
And the pullback was basically clear. They now need to find another way into Germany, which appears to be their end goal, is to effectively get to... I wonder how far they're going to go in and whether they are actually destined to end up in Germany.
Yeah.
Or if we're not going to see that.
Like you say, it'd be interesting to see what their role actually is when they get there. Whether they're just sort of like... Because I feel like this mission they were just on was to pave the way for other units to get into Germany. I don't know whether they were actually going to join them as well. So it'd be interesting to see what their role is when they do finally get there. What do you think this one is? Crossroads?
We know that the plan now needs to change.
Yeah.
So they were retreating, and I wonder if that's what it's... I'm probably going to be wrong with this, but I'm wondering when they say crossroads, is it that they're at a crossroads? So they're looking at now, there's going to be a number of potential like plan B, C, D and E, and it's going to be the case of which one do they go down, because it's quite important given the fact they were looking to use the Rhine, I believe, to get into Germany. And that now appears, at least from what we've seen up to this stage, like that's not currently a viable option.
No, and that was my thinking as well. They're at a crossroads. I didn't think it was going to be a literal crossroads. I thought they were going to be at a hypothetical crossroad.
Yes.
In the operation and
having
to decide which way
not at a physical crossroads. That'd be crazy. Like,
which way do we go?
I mean, basic name for an episode, to be fair.
It is.
That's what it was.
It is.
I mentioned in the outro last time that we nearly lost some really big characters that we've come to know really well.
Yeah.
Those of you that watch on the uncut, you'll be fully aware that I had a complete brain fart last episode and forgot who Donnie Wahlberg was. So apologies if I caused you any confusion there. I am aware. It's just I just had a funny 5 minutes, let's say.
Yeah. No, you did, and I couldn't back you up on it because I couldn't picture him in my head.
You just left me out there.
I did, yeah.
Hung me out there to dry.
To fend for yourself.
Enjoyed it. Probably telling your partner about it that evening, like I did him proper good earlier. He's going to look like such a moron. You should have been there.
I left you on your own just like they did Bull by mistake.
Well, they didn't so much leave. They knew they didn't have him.
Yes.
And they knew that they had lost him. But yeah, the fact they went to go back, I mean, that really is the whole no man left behind.
Well, I think one of them said, it might have been Garnier that said it. We don't have a body, so they can't assume that they're dead.
Of course.
And then he did a great job of surviving on his own.
100%.
With the help of the lady and what I think is her father.
Yeah, same. It seemed to be his episode, didn't it? We're kind of following these episodes. Oh, I saw a comment come through just quickly on somebody said that apparently Blythe didn't die during the war. He actually died many years later, and the reason that they thought that he had passed is because he didn't keep in contact with anybody, so he was assumed dead because of that. And someone just said it was one of the one of the very few inaccuracies, but then it didn't actually come to light until after this was made that he died some years later. Yes. I'm guessing the family would have reached out and been he didn't actually succumb to his wounds. So that was just something I saw on one of the Patreon comments.
Yeah, I saw quite a few comments about that. Wasn't it 67, 68 he actually died?
It was in the 60s. You can't hold me to ransom on the year though.
I think it was that, but I did. Episode 1's got out on YouTube, and there was a comment on there that said when episode 3 drops, it won't be. It's not a spoiler. They don't want to spoil it for us, not knowing we've already seen it. But it's one of the most comments on like a Band of Brothers reaction.
Well, that's just testament to how accurate they made this series.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because even the comment I saw alluded to the fact that nearly everything is so spot on. But thank you for all of your comments. We really do. We read through every comment, even if we don't have the opportunity to come back. We will always read them, and we thank you so much for those because it makes our views of these shows just so different to what you could imagine, and we really appreciate it.
Definitely, the depth some people have gone into with the information is incredible.
The insight is unreal.
It's great, and they've had actual their family were actually in these battles and actually serving around this time. I'm sure that makes it hit home for them even more seeing this.
Let's jump into this one. Please drop the episode a like if you haven't done so already, and we really hope you enjoy.
If you're a leader, you lead the way. Not just on the easy ones, you take the tough ones too.
Good leader has to understand the people that are under him, understand their needs, their desires.
Seemed like he always made the right decisions along the way. He was a real soldier.
Talking about Winters, I think.
Some of the officers, I don't think I'd follow them in the water. He was one of the best.
He never thought of not being first or sending somebody in his place. I don't know how he survived, but he did.
Could be a Winters episode then. We're about to find out who they're referring to.
Yeah.
It's just going to follow through this.
I just
person's
searched
life.
Lipton.
Oh, so Donnie Wahlberg is Lipton.
Carlwood Lipton.
That's Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah,
honestly, we will get there.
Is that Winters?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I think it did look like him, didn't it? What are they called? Bassinets on the front.
Bayonet.
No, bayonets.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to follow Winters' story then. It's been about time, to be fair,
Yeah,
given
definitely.
how critical he's been.
Yeah. Nothing but praise for him in the comments.
Wake up. They want us back at regiment. Come on, Nix, get up. Let's go. Come on, something's up. Strayer's orders.
Okay, go ahead. I'll be right down.
Heavy night, was it?
Come on, big guy. Let's go. Okay.
Oh, wow. That was yellow. I don't know what was in there. Probably beer.
Oh, that's my own piss for
No,
Christ.
Oh.
it was piss.
I was going to go there, but I thought, no, surely not. I hope he showered.
I don't think he had time.
If we'd have taken Antwerp, and I'm not saying that would have been easy, we would be over the river, well supplied, and have the Krauts on their heels. Now I can just get Ike on the phone. Are you listening to me? Hang on every word.
Yeah, whatever's going on, Sink is not happy.
Nixon, Heiliger. Meet Colonel Dobie, British First Airborne. Yes, the British lost 8,000 men when Market Garden fell on its ass.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Dutch resistance are harboring 140 of my chaps here, just outside of Jerry Hill town, 15 miles north of the river. They'll make their way to the riverbank and assemble in the woods here tonight.
I could see him from Easy Company.
Oh, they're going on a rescue mission.
The rendezvous point is isolated and landable. I swam it myself last night. At approximately 0030 hours, they will signal the V for victory with a handheld red torch. That would be a handheld red flashlight.
All right, we call this thing Operation Pegasus.
If you need anything at all, you come to me. I haven't seen your endorsement on the Market Garden after action report.
I have them in CP-1300, sir.
And I want an inventory and whatever material the British 43rd left behind.
An inventory, yes, sir.
Dick,
Sir.
I need your report.
The report, yes, sir.
Light a fire under it, Dick.
Sir.
Wonder how big the reports needed to be.
Yeah.
Winters doesn't come across like the sort of person who would enjoy doing the write-ups.
No, he definitely seems a hands-on
He's a
kind of
doer,
leader.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Where you want us to go? You, Heshy? You get the penthouse. Thank you.
I'm guessing that means the top bunk.
Well, that's a lot of territory to cover.
A couple of regular G.I. Joes, huh?
You said it. Come on. New guys giving the replacements the what for and why is. I swear one of them was never shaved.
Yeah, kids.
There you go.
What you call it, Taft?
Trigger. That's good. I like that. Got anything on this? No.
Solid dog name.
Yeah.
All right, get him on the table.
Oh.
Allie, you gonna be okay?
Oh, that's nasty.
Where am I? Something happened.
Where was it?
Is that a bayonet wound or something?
If it wasn't for your loud mouth, I'd never know people.
Hey, you know what, Joe? Back off.
Lipton, assemble me a squad. Yes, sir. First squad on your feet!
Get the boots off, elevate the leg.
Oh, Jesus, his knees.
All right, let's get this done quickly. We gotta move.
Hey, Allie.
All right.
Ali.
Did he pass? Why does it feel like they're sitting ducks?
Yeah. Expecting them to appear over the top of the hill.
Yeah.
G42.
Yeah.
Who are they shooting at?
What the hell are they shooting at?
Yeah.
Regimental headquarters. But that's 3 miles away. Why are they giving away their position?
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
really good question.
Seems like a setup.
Yes.
Hold here. Wait for my signal.
Yes, sir. Holding here. I'm waiting for a signal.
He's going to try and get around the back of him. Or whoever's on the machine gun.
He said it's 3 miles away, though.
No, the headquarters are 3 miles away.
Oh, I see what you're
Because
saying.
that's what they're shooting towards.
Gotcha.
That's why I think it might be a setup. There's no way they can hit the headquarters from there.
Makes
so
sense.
why they're letting them know
Where
there's a
they
machine
are.
gun
They
there.
want them
Yeah.
to walk into it.
Exactly, yeah. I think he wants to check it out instead of leading his men into an ambush. Did you get that signal?
No. Is he saying he wants them to follow him? was really random earlier that they referenced the torch flashlight. That's one of the more simple, different distinctions I would have thought was out there.
Yeah.
See them all right.
Yeah.
All back position. Here. Mortars. Deploy here. Go.
Yeah, trying to get the jump on them by going around to the side.
Yes. Yeah. Still questions if they're firing that gun, they know they're there, right? They just don't know exactly where.
Yeah, they probably know that
they're
come for
expecting
them. Yeah.
It feels like a game of chess because you feel like you've made the move to get around, but then are you walking into what they want still?
Are they expecting you to make that move? Yeah, it's definitely a chess game.
Okay, no, it seems like they don't know they're there. Yeah, it does seem like they're not aware that they're behind them now.
Yeah. A little bit more relaxed, but
yes,
not too much.
That's the thing with me. I'm so paranoid. I'd constantly be thinking, no, that's what they want me to do.
Yeah.
Second on the right. First on the right. Third on the right. Nail the machine gun. Second on the left.
Wow, everyone's got a man.
Yeah.
So the idea is to get them down in one.
Yeah.
Prepare to fire.
That'd be about as efficient as this could be.
Oh, definitely. Got a mortar going out as well.
Fire!
Machine gun for good measure.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a very well coordinated attack.
Extremely well. Now they got the next lot.
These are the tracer rounds that they were talking about in the comments.
Crowds, place this night, 12 o'clock! How many crowds left up there?
I don't know.
Bring up Boyle and Briccani, go! Come on, fall back! Suppressing fire!
Wow, they really did have some serious backup up there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Harry, tell Peacock to bring up the balance of first platoon on a double! And another machine gun squad, all right! Go get that machine gun on the right flank, go!
Oh.
Dukeman's down!
It doesn't seem good all of a sudden. I don't know if they were expecting that many to have been behind that unit.
No, probably not.
It's the first platoon. They're here. Gordon and Moore brought another 30 cal.
So they've been there all night. I'm guessing when he kills the guy that we saw in the beginning, that's going to how this little battle's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Solid roadway embankment. We're in a ditch. They can outflank us along the dike and catch us out here as soon as they figure that out.
So how many crowds we talking about?
Well, there's a ferry crossing here, so it could be a whole battalion as far as I know.
What are your orders?
We got no choice.
They can't stay there.
Talbot, you'll take 10 men along the dike.
No, sitting ducks.
Yeah.
10 men along the left flank. I'll take 10 up the middle, so follow me. Enter.
I wonder what happened so bad then. I wonder if they have to do a report for every sort of interaction.
I was just thinking.
Or whether it's because there was like loss of life or.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I don't know why I'm still doing this.
What, drinking?
No, hiding in your footlocker.
Well, why don't you just give it up?
Drinking.
No, hiding it in my footlocker. You're a captain for Pete's sake.
I really like the relationship these two have.
Yeah, same.
Maybe this is a perfect place to stop drinking. Right here on the business end of the Allied advance. Cheers.
I'm sure drinking is what's getting some people through it.
Oh, I can imagine.
Dick, that's not literature. You just keep it simple. Try writing in the first person plural, Say we a lot.
Thanks for the tip. Fix bayonets. Go on the red smoke.
Smoke grenade out.
Yeah. How tense a moment like this must be.
Yeah, especially as they're obviously expecting close combat by fixing the bayonets.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's failed.
Oh, wait for the signal!
Oh no, he's gone on his own. He doesn't know the smoke grenade failed. Oh.
No. It's okay. You had to give him enough time, I guess.
I thought because one of them went to go, there was an obvious delay. Wow, that's created a lot of smoke.
Oh man, this seems crazy.
Yeah, it does. They've gone. Oh.
Oh my god.
That is nuts.
Man, they were not ready for him.
No.
Look how many there are.
Yeah, they took them well by surprise.
Holy shit!
There's more coming up.
It's a whole other company!
Wow.
Reinforcing in phase 1 yellow! Fire concentration Charlie! Drop 200, left 100!
I didn't expect there to be this many of them.
No.
It seems that the only reason this has gone okay is because they just seem to be in complete disarray. And that they just weren't... It's like they didn't even know they were still there.
Raus! Snare!
Yeah, no, definitely.
He's telling me that they're Polish. There ain't no Poles in the SS!
Yeah, I thought he was calling in air support. That's what he was doing on the phone just now.
So he's saying they're Polish, not Germans.
Laws, send Lightning a contact report. Get out there where you can spot the fall of those rounds. Go! Incoming round! They got me! Take cover! It's German artillery! Get Boyle! He's down! Come on, help me!
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that did not happen as I expected it
No,
to happen.
Definitely not.
It almost looked like the opposition there didn't know what they were doing.
Jesus, Captain. They're SS.
They are SS.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the guy said I'm Polish earlier, one of them said there's no Poles in the SS. So I think maybe they were trying.
Gotcha.
Pretending they're Polish so they didn't get killed.
Yes.
Knock it off!
Damn it, what?
Bleeding.
It's nothing, Cap.
I want you to take these prisoners back to Battalion CP. Get yourself cleaned up.
Come on, Kraut boys.
Joe, drop your ammo.
What?
Drop your ammo.
You kidding me? What are you doing?
Give me your weapon.
He doesn't trust him.
You have 1 round. Johnny, how many prisoners do we have?
Got 11 right now, sir.
You drop a prisoner, the rest will jump you. I want all prisoners back at Battalion CP alive.
Sir.
They got me. You believe that? You believe I said that?
Can you make it back to CP?
We'll see you someplace else. Split them up.
Yes, sir.
Here.
We had them on the run.
How's that?
The Germans were flooding back towards the ferry crossing when we hit them with artillery, like a turkey shoot. Then they hit us with their 88s, zeroed in on this crossroad. Now, we were lucky, though.
Crossroads. It was a literal crossroads.
Just like we said it wouldn't be.
Yes. We're good like that.
Yes. So they were waiting to ferry out them.
It looks like it, yeah. But why were they firing the machine gun? Surely they wanted to draw attention.
Yeah, I don't know.
They weren't ready for the attention they received.
No.
I know they took them by surprise, which is a good job because they were vastly outnumbered by the looks of it.
Yeah, there was hundreds.
The counterattack just wasn't there.
It seems as though from Winter's perspective, that was a success, right?
22 wounded, huh? You okay?
Yeah, 1 killed.
Who?
Oogman.
Yeah. Stood up earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, you're looking at 2 full companies of SS out there. About 50 dead, probably another 100 wounded. 7 back in the regimental cage, plus a whole string of them up there. That's not bad for Dukeman.
I wonder what he's thinking.
You got a drink?
I think it's just because he's lost a man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's water.
Oh, maybe Witness has gone back to not drinking then. That's why he said it's water. I thought it was a callback to the joke earlier.
I mean, it could have been either. I feel like with Nick's, it's either going to be piss or alcohol.
Yeah,
right?
exactly
So,
that.
even before they flew out at the very beginning, he had a flask of alcohol, didn't he?
Imagine pissing in your own canteen.
3rd Battalion got the hell beat out of them. Ollie Horton was killed.
Major Horton's dead.
They hit 2nd Battalion CP in force. He was organizing the defense. Captain Nixon, excuse us for just a minute. How'd you feel about handling the battalion?
Sir?
Moving you up to executive officer, 2nd Battalion.
Wow.
Strayer is, well, he could use some help.
Well, I know I could handle them in the field, sir.
You're a solid tactician and a good leader. Don't worry about administration.
Who do you think would be taking over easy, sir?
Moose Heiliger can command Easy Company.
Lieutenant Heiliger would be my choice, sir.
You pack your gear and come on up to Battalion CP.
Yes, sir.
Leave an easy company.
Yeah, that's not going to be... that's not going to be easy.
Have some coffee, sir.
Straight in with puns, eh?
Accidental one, that.
Hey, Dick. Finish your novel yet?
Finish your novel.
The officer was supposed to be a fun job. Who are you?
Zelinsky, sir.
Zelensky's my orderly.
Well,
Oh, it's got an assistant.
Orderly, huh? I suppose you do stuff like get coffee.
Can do, sir.
Black, no sugar. And a bacon sandwich. You want some?
Nick straight on it.
All that for 2 pages, huh? So that means that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it is. You want a job?
There it is. I think somebody wishes he were back in charge of Easy Company, Moose.
Operation Pegasus is set to go off. I thought I might give you the heads up.
Pegasus. Yeah, great. Everybody know their job?
We drilled with the boats all day. Lieutenant Wells is coming along and the Canadian engineers.
Know how many times you want to cross a river?
If there really are 140 Brits in hiding over there, 3 trips.
Speed is the key. What time's jump off?
We'll be at the far side of the Rhine at 0100.
Keep moving and lead the way.
Dick, Easy's in good hands.
Yeah, he still wants to be in charge, doesn't he, of Easy?
Well, hang tough.
It'll just be habits as well. He's so used to it.
And he obviously cares about the guys.
Yes.
And just, yeah.
Captain.
It's hard to relinquish control.
Nix?
Yeah.
Are we sure on the intelligence of this? Is Easy walking into another company of Germans no one can see?
Why don't we ask Moose when he gets back?
Right, yeah. If they do run into any trouble, you let me know.
Yeah, you run into any bacon sandwich, do the same, all right?
Oh yeah, he's leaving, so he's going to get a coffee and bacon sandwich now.
So he's got essentially a desk job now.
Yeah, it's a strange one for such a good tactician, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it might not be a full-time desk job. I just don't know if he's taking anybody out into the field right now.
Line secure, sir.
Fall back into position, Private.
I got the 30 cal on the left flank.
Extend it out to the left 10 yards. So, Colonel, where are they?
Lester,
What?
come on in.
Welcome back, sir. Heiliger, 506 at the 101st Airport. Never thought I'd be so glad to see a bloody Yank. Your show, Colonel.
Boats are all secure, sir.
Oh, the Brits are on the way past the word.
For that's the first time we've seen Ball today.
It is, yeah.
Do you think he's going to go?
I mean, I think they're already across the river, but he's obviously looking at his watch and knows
What
that
time?
they're going to be there, and
Yeah.
he's probably thinking about them.
Because this is Pegasus, right?
Yeah, this is a rescue mission.
Moose Heiliger and the American 101st have done the Red Devils a great service, making it possible for us to return and fight the enemy on another day. To Easy Company, victory, and Kurahi!
Kurahi.
Like a proud father.
Yeah.
It was only Easy's CO for 4 months, Moose. Before that, it was Meehan's company, or that's Sobel's.
Yeah, but you're the only combat commander they've ever known. And I'm from another company.
You know where they came from. You know what they've been through. Just hang tough. Train your new platoon leaders. And trust your non-coms.
Halt! Move! Hold your fire!
Friendly fire.
Yeah.
Send for Lieutenant Wells. Stay awake on me. Stay awake on me, Moose. Here, look at my eyes. Send for Lieutenant Wells now!
Wow.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, just open fire like that.
Where are you from, trooper? Wyoming, sir. You're a long way from home.
You give morphine?
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, I can't remember.
Jesus Christ, were you trying to kill him?
I'm sorry, Doc.
It was a good thing, you're a big man. You know, you are officers, you are grown-ups, you ought to know.
Yeah, it's hard for the medic to not know how much
No,
morphine he's had.
Of course.
That's crazy.
Highlights another thing that would have been a lot of, though. Friendly fire. Like, how many times did people get almost trigger happy in situations and jump the gun?
Yeah. So we're in France now.
He still has only 65% strength, and most of those are replacements.
How's Lieutenant Dyke doing?
A few weeks in Holland, the guys are already calling him Foxhole Norman.
We train the guys for 3 months. We jump into Berlin. We end the war.
There's a Sergeant Garnier here to see you.
The Daredevil.
Hiya, Captain.
Welcome back, Bill.
Jesus, it's true. I never thought I'd see you behind a desk, sir. Well, I just went AWOL from the hospital to get back here, sir. Hope that's not going to cause you a problem.
Would you care if it did?
Not a bit, sir. Got a letter for you here from Moose. Lieutenant Heiliger, sir. Recovering, but it's going to be a long haul.
Thanks, Bill.
So I hear it's going to be a football game. Those chumps in the 5-0 deuce, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Christmas Day.
Well, just go find some trouble.
You do that.
I feel like he was waiting for something then.
Yeah.
No more joyriding, right?
Oh, anybody ever heard of a little joint called Lulu's?
Got me.
I'll just ask around.
So he's just back from injury then.
Yes.
Strayer will be in London for at least another week for Lieutenant Colonel Dovey's wedding.
What are you telling me?
You, my friend, are headed to Paris.
City of Light.
That's a 48-hour pass. You need a little dose of civilization. Bon voyage.
He is not going to want to go.
No,
to Paris.
he's not going to want to go.
Yeah, I've got to admit, this episode hasn't gone the way I anticipated it would when I knew we'd be following the story of Winters.
No, I thought it might be a story of how he got to where he is and that sort of
Well, I'm
thing.
thinking that's what they're doing. I just didn't expect this to be his story. Because he's such a tactician in the field.
Yeah, I thought the story would be pre-Easy, not post-Easy.
Ah, I see.
You know what I did in basic training? I had to eat rats.
Part of me really wants him to find his way back to Easy.
Same. He's weary of people. Is that what this is about?
I think Winters has always been a very cautious. He's very aware and cautious, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's human, you know. He's. That mission was huge. I mean, to have got over the top there on his own.
Yeah, a young lad at the back of the bus is reminding him that he killed.
That he was just a kid.
Probably a near child, yeah.
Monsieur?
It's kill or be killed, isn't it?
Monsieur,
Yeah.
c'est le terminus. Le train s'arrête ici, on doit tous descendre.
I think he just... It's at the train's at its destination. He's been sat there for so long, the lights are off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to take its toll on you all that time in the field.
Definitely. I was wondering why the car had no headlights, but then they had to do the whole... I know a lot of cities used to have no lights at night, did they? We had obviously the Blitz over here.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, we would have had blackouts citywide. We're having a spa weekend in Paris.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a long time since he's fully relaxed.
I'm John Wayne. The costume department set me up with these great Navy...
Watch the movie, it's fine. Hey, Skip!
Come on.
Where you been? I've been looking all over for you. Well, Don, I was at home in Tonawanda, but then Hitler started this whole thing, so now I'm... Here's your $60 aboard, and a tip. Shut up. I was up $6,000, but I only have $3,600 left. What are you gonna do with all that dough? Blow most of it in Paris as soon as possible.
I had one big on there.
Yeah.
Hey, Buck.
You don't look well.
How are you feeling? Your wounds heal? All four of them?
Buck looks worse for wear.
That can be arranged, too.
Buck.
He was very into the movie.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
Yeah. It's a real corker.
Yeah, well,
He's not in a good place.
No,
That
he's
could have
not.
been. We haven't really seen him since he was shot.
No.
Our hero. We were mighty worried about you, Lieutenant.
Favorite part.
You took the words right out of
Got
my
that,
mouth.
Bandy?
Got that.
Benny.
Got that.
Benny.
Got a penny?
English,
Movie time's over.
Quiet! Elements of the 1st and the 6th SS Panzer Division broken through in the Ardennes forest. Now they've overrun the 28th Infantry and elements of the 4th. All passes are canceled. Men report to barracks in your platoon.
I recognise the guy that was speaking then. I think he was in EastEnders.
Oh, wow.
Long time ago.
What a day.
And just like that. A strange moment there.
Yeah, no, it was.
And how is it that the 4th Army's problem gets dumped on the airborne?
Captain Winters? Oh, Lieutenant Dyke, I've been looking for you.
Sir, we have a problem. Colonel Strayer has not yet returned from some wedding that he's attending in London.
Winter's going to have to go, isn't he?
You have men returning to action without proper cold weather clothing and not enough ammo. I suggest you take a canvass of the entire base. Get what materials you have before you roll out. K-rations, as many as you can scrounge. Distribute it amongst the men as best you can so at least everybody has something.
The standards might have slipped a little bit.
Well, I suppose it's all the being here, then there, and things like that. It all just becomes such a rush. So roll out, roll out.
Yeah.
Like when the Germans left in the last episode and left a man behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Guessing it could be just the same, like it's just all guns blazing and forget to make sure you're properly stored and prepped.
Yeah.
Christ, I missed those C-47s. Got a tailgate jump here.
C-47 was the carrier plane that they came over in.
That's what I was supposed to do with no ammo. What's your name again? Seward. You got any ammo, Junior?
Just what I'm carrying.
You got extra socks?
Here.
You need 4 minimum. Feet, hands, neck, balls,
Extra socks. Get my goddamn boots for a cigarette. I bet Junior's got plenty of boats.
I don't.
What about a coat? Got a coat?
Trying to get all this stuff.
Yeah, I got some smokes.
Oh, now you're talking.
He could have just started with that.
Yeah. I've got a bad feeling about something.
I don't know.
All right.
Whenever combat's involved, I get more bad feelings.
Yeah.
Mostly bad feelings.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure we ain't in hell. It's too damn cold.
Hey, stand back, guys. I've been holding this for the last hour.
I thought he was going for a piss. Just to warm up.
Yeah.
Welcome to Belgium. Strategic Crossroads town. 7 roads leading in, 7 roads leading out.
Wants to make sure that the crowds can't use those roads. So we're going to put a perimeter around Bastogne, dig in tight as a tick. 1st Battalion's to the north on your left flank.
There was a limited supply in camp, sir.
Captain, you beg, borrow, or steal ammo, but you defend this area.
Sir.
Jesus Christ.
What was that on his face? A bandage?
Like a bandage, yeah.
Hey, Phil, Don, come here, look at this. Come here, look at this.
Jesus.
Trying to say leaks.
Yeah. They bring the wounded through.
Hey, going the wrong way.
Is this who they're effectively replacing?
Pal, hey, pal, what happened? They came out of nowhere. They slaughtered us. Gotta get out of here. We just got here.
Oh, no.
Come on, take it.
Yeah, I was going to say if they're retreating, they can just take all the ammo, surely.
Yeah. Wow, so they're stuck there with limited ammo.
Yeah, there they go.
Come on, give me your ammo.
Got ammo.
You got, kid? You got any grenades?
Thanks, buddy.
Got any grenades, please?
I'm glad their first thought is to stock up on ammo, because imagine seeing that, knowing that that's where that could be very well you next.
Oh, ammo boxes on the back. There you go.
A godsend. Well, I heard you guys are coming in. There was an ammo dump, so here. Is it just you guys in the 101st? The crowd's had tigers, panthers, Ardennes infantry just kept on coming.
What's your name, Lieutenant?
George Rice, 10th Armor. You got any more mortar rounds, sir? We're real short. Panzer Division's about to cut the road south. Looks like you guys are gonna be surrounded.
We're paratroopers, Lieutenant. We're supposed to be surrounded.
I feel like I recognise the guy that was driving that vehicle.
Yeah, I do recognise that quite a few. I can't believe how cool Winters was just then, with the fact that they are going to be surrounded.
They're showing the sign there of the Crossroads. They got to defend 7 roads in, 7 roads out. At least they've got some ammo now.
Yes. They're literally walking towards where all of those wounded soldiers just walked back from.
Yeah.
Easy Company moved into the woods near Bastogne without any artillery or air support, short of food, ammunition, and lacked winter clothing. Farthest from your mind is the thought of the falling back. In fact, it isn't there at all, so you dig a hole carefully and deep and wait.
So falling back, you don't even think twice about it.
No.
You dig a hole and stand your ground, essentially.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. That is crazy. They are so underprepared. Even with that big deployment of ammo we saw there, it's nowhere near enough. No artillery.
No.
They got
they're going to be surrounded.
Mortars. So yeah, no mortar rounds or limited mortar rounds.
Limited, yeah.
No air support.
Yeah.
Surrounded. So many roads they've got to try and secure and control. You haven't even started the mission yet, and to see all those people come through wounded and dejected like that and beaten, that's not a good way to start.
I mean,
knowing how underprepared you are, no winter clothing, so they're freezing cold.
Yeah, lack of food,
horrible.
lack of ammunition. The fact that the soldier that they did stop basically just said to him, "It's a bloodbath. You're going to get out of here."
Yeah.
Knowing that you've got to go right where he's just come from. I mean, that was petrifying.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd be thinking I'm going towards certain death at that point.
And that's what the quote was about at the end. Like, retreating is such an afterthought. I mean, it's so far back in your mind. You just got to stand your ground, and that's what Easy are going to do. And yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna see what happens there in the next episode, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. So with Winters in particular, I mean, I don't know about you, but one image that just really sticks with me from that episode was when he, all right, be it with a little bit of a mound in the way, Winters just running towards, not that he even knew it, about at least 100 soldiers
100%.
on the other side of a mound.
Yeah.
And I quite liked the focus that they put on him in Paris when he was thinking back to that moment, because he obviously did look that kid in the eyes. The kid just didn't expect him. No one was expecting him, and he shot him. But he's obviously, just because Winters is a really good tactician, you can almost, because there will be soldiers there who probably don't get the afterthought, you know. They maybe enjoy the battle, so which sounds crazy, but there will be some people that think that way.
Yeah, a lot of that can come later down the line in the form of like PTSD and stuff like that.
But yeah, with Winters, he's human. He's just looking back at that moment, and
exactly that.
Just because he's a fantastic tactician doesn't mean he likes to kill people at all. No. You know, he could really dislike it.
He's not a robot. Like,
no.
It's going to come back to haunt you.
I love him as a character, though. I really do. I don't know why. If there was one character I had to staple myself to, it would be Winters, which would really hinder him. But
I was worried for a second that he was going to be stuck behind that desk. But he found his way back to Easy like we wanted. Obviously, there was a situation as to why he was there, because the CO was caught up at the wedding. But I'm glad to see him back out, leading and commanding.
The desk job that he had, or like where he was there, was the idea that he was going to help with the wider tactical battle rather than be on the isolated missions.
They didn't really go into detail what his actual role was going to be, but I'm sure with the incredible comments we've been getting, you'll be able to fill in some of those blanks there on what did his promotion entail, like what was his job going to be going forward. But like I said, it was nice to see him back out on the front line with the company.
There was a really strange moment with, and it's one of the two characters, I'm not sure on their name, the guy who got shot in the back of the leg in the last episode, where he was just staring blankly.
It was calling him Buck, wasn't it?
Is it Buck?
Yeah.
So yeah, what was that moment? Was it that Buck didn't want to go, or was almost dreading going back into the field? Because even though I know a lot of people would have been feeling that way, he almost seemed like he was just gone a little bit, and like the thought of going back in just had him sitting back so much, which we hadn't seen from him, because he leads, doesn't he? He also is someone who leads.
Yes, and we've seen that earlier on in the episodes. First Lieutenant Lynn Compton. Yeah.
But a nickname, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Buck.
Yeah, similar with Bull. I've now actually forgotten Bull's... Randleman,
I think it is. Randleman, yeah.
But because we call him Bull now, because of...
It's because they call him it 90% of the time, yeah.
Yes.
There was one thing I wanted to come back on. I didn't want to go in the actual show.
Sure.
But they touched very lightly on a football match on Christmas Day. And that's probably one of the most famous stories. Not famous stories, but commonly known stories. That I don't know if it's been sensationalised over the years. But yeah, apparently there was a football match on Christmas Day between the Allied troops against the Germans. They downed their weapons, and then they had a football match. I don't know how historically accurate that is, so let us know. But it's quite a commonly known story that happened.
I hadn't heard of that.
Did you not?
No, I hadn't. That's really interesting. Yeah, that is really interesting. There was one question I had that I didn't want to ask at the time, because it could be a really silly question, but with the whole ammo scene and then bringing in extra ammo, and we've seen obviously overlap with other forces throughout this, it did make me think, were the Allied countries using the same guns so that they could all kind of switch ammo because we have seen overlap with other areas, or was it that the US had their guns and ammo, the UK had their guns and ammo? I didn't know if just for that ability to kind of share and be able to help each other out with supplies, whether or not they did use similar weapons.
It's a good question in a war sort of scenario, but I do know that like the UK Army has their own standard issue rifle. I can't remember the name of it, but
for the war or now?
I think just in general, but in a war, that's what I said, in a war situation, that would make sense. Because then,
to be honest, I don't even know what would make. It was just something I wondered when they brought all that ammo in. I just thought, is that just has that come from a different unit from a different country, and they can use all of that ammo, or it was just a thought. But if anyone does know, it'd be really interesting to know that, please.
Definitely, it would help with like finding obviously the dead bodies and that, and then actually taking resources from them. So
now that we've followed Winter's story, and we've had the episode focused around Winters, I'm really hoping that means that. I mean, I obviously want them all to survive, of course. Yeah. But it would imply that maybe he will, because we've kind of been following people's story from start to death. Until the last couple of episodes, we had Ball made it out he survived. Yeah, he survived when he had to lie in wait. And another thing they focused on in this episode was the friendly fire, which with so many countries involved and so many overlapping missions and objectives, you really need everyone to have that cool head. But naturally, that's not going to happen.
He looked like a young recruit, and obviously,
he was very jumpy.
Yeah, that's it. That might be what it is. It's just lack of experience in the field, I think. But
I'd imagine there was a lot of it.
Yeah. I would assume there was. Yeah.
Moose survived, right? He wrote Garnier came back and
he gave them the letter. He's recovering, but it's going to be a long road back.
Yes, understandably. But no, it was a really good episode. Any lasting thoughts from you?
There was one thing I was going to touch on, because I thought the smoke grenade had failed, and kind of backing up my thought was that one of them went to run over the trench.
Yeah, you're right, that did happen.
But I don't know whether, because it focused on it when it was but I don't know whether Winters was so far ahead of them because it delayed and didn't go off as quick as it did, or whether that was a plan all along. So some clarification on that would be really great. But my initial thought was, wow, that's failed. Yes. They're not going to move because he said go on the red smoke.
Yeah.
And now Winters is hundreds of yards ahead of everyone, all on his own. But
you're right. He was a long way ahead.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was by design or whether it actually did malfunction for a short while, and that's why they were so far back.
Right. Yeah. No, it's an interesting piece. Yeah. Please let us know about that. But thank you so much for being with us on this one. We really, really do appreciate it. Please let us know your comments down below. Sorry for the million questions. Hope you've been making notes as you were going through things we were saying. But no, please drop the episode like if you didn't do so. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.